All right, welcome back. This is MDawg. We're going to look at a spot here on Bear that frankly has just been broken today. Now, if you noticed right now, we've got these reduced temps. And I do suspect that that has slowed this spot down a little bit. But the spot was so good that even reduced temps could not keep it from still being pretty good. So this is the first time I have fished at this spot on my main account. So everything that I've seen, for me at least, has been headed through my alt account, which you see over, nope, that way, across the ways there. And Santiago does not have PVA, but I have been using Spod. So I will go ahead and throw some Spod in right now just to kind of show you what we're doing over there. So we're throwing in Spod for Santiago. Now, just remember that the fish that you see me catching over here is after I have actually been fishing this spot for many hours. I have off and on for the last, I don't know, 7-8 hours been sitting here on Santiago. I mean, we've gone all the way from through level 25, hit level 26, and now we're halfway to level 27 in the stream, and then fishing here at Bear today. It's just been so good, so reliable. I'll tell you, on Santiago, as we go ahead and make the PVA here, I was going to wait and make the PVA, and actually, it really hasn't been about Golden Tench at all. It's really, we'll call it Barbel Bear. But really, it's really about the regular tench and the barbel. That's what we want to pay attention to and see how good it still is. We're going to go with a very basic mussel approach. I actually don't want to put the zebra mussels in. I want to put the dried krill in. I've done both as the fourth. And I don't think it matters, but this is what we're going to go with. 9 out of 10. And I'm going to go with, this is fairly small fish we're catching in this spot, on average at least. Now, let me go ahead and get these in, and then I'll kind of show you what, or tell you about what I've caught. Oh, that's not what we want to look up, is it? I'm having a hard time typing. All right, so we're going to go 17-meter clip. And we're kind of casting towards that 3.5. I can tell you I am, we want to go way up on these. I am aimed a little farther left than I have been on Santiago. In other words, we've been casting more like this. Yeah, that's a little better. Now, one thing I'm realizing is I'm going to want to completely redo this, I think. I don't think I can take having it that far back so that we're that much into the reeds. Now, we can raise it a little bit. Get a little higher slope. That'll help. All right. So as you see, here's a little snapshot real quick of what the PVA is in case you missed it as I was making it. We're going to go to 17 meters. And we want to go about 35. 17-meter clip, and then we're just chilling. We're just sitting here. Okay, so I don't know. I would speculate that it's been pretty consistent about 500 silver an hour today. Now it's cooled off as the temperatures reduced. Um, but if you've been fishing this spot today, especially if you've been talking to other people too that have been fishing, a lot of people are catching barbel trophies, quite a few of them, like an sort of a crazy amount. Like if you're in regular chat in this spot today, the amount of barbel trophies you're seeing and the amount of tench trophies is really crazy. Now, on Santiago, I did not see any barbel trophies, but I did have 3 tench trophies. And again, that's without PVA. That's just spotting the water. But this is the other thing we're doing is you're just catching a high rate of decent barbel and tench. And it just adds up. So between the occasional tench trophy, barbel trophy, it's just been a crazy day. And the other thing that you have about this place now at Bear is when you think of barbel, you got to remember albino barbel. I guarantee you so many of these have been caught today. In fact, it looks like the second all-time biggest was caught today on this Mussel Green. And if we go to weekly, I mean, that is such a healthy albino barbel weekly look there. And the other fun thing is they've recently added the albino grass carp. Now, it looks like for the most part, at least the larger ones of these are coming in on a different bait. But I think I had some people tell me that they saw even the occasional one of those hitting folks today on the on this bait. And there's just another barbel. I think the bite rate is what kind of blows you away. Again, you should hopefully you saw it before the temperatures reduced. I mean, this is still great, obviously, but hopefully you saw it earlier as well. One thing I don't like about the approach I've taken here is I actually don't think I should be using these pickers. And I may try to go even heavier quiver tip. I think this is just a mirror carp here on Santiago. For a second, I thought it was a juicy barbel. Yeah, I don't love how those quiver tips are acting on the nibbles. One of the things I've noticed over all of the different catches, barbel has been really steady XP on Santiago. So if you're trying to level right now, this is another reason to fish in this spot. Or if you need to take a break from the challenges. So I think no matter what I put the quiver tips on, this would probably just be better at a on a feeder or a carp rod. These pickers just look better on smaller fish. These fish are a little big for the picker look, although I do use these pickers at copper sometimes. So the other thing I've had is several black carp over 10 kilo. And especially if you're on a leveling account like Santiago is, when you start hitting black carp that size, you start getting XP in big chunks. So that's the other thing that's been really nice. So anyway, we're going to give this a few minutes and see how this spot does. It's one thing on Santiago with spod, but let's see how it responds to actual PVA with these reduced temperatures and with my main account, which hasn't actually fished at this spot at all today. So we'll see how this goes. Another barbel. slightly undercast that, but it was close. Kind of want to just see if a fish is on that first rod. I'm not sure if it is or not. I think the nibble either went away or just hasn't developed fully yet. And here's another black carp. Now this one's a little smaller, 4.2, but they are just in this space. And, you know, it's enough to be catching the amount of barbel we're catching on corn. Think about how, I mean, barbel are almost never this good of a bite rate. But even when they are, a lot of times it's on, what, chafers? And so to catch barbel at this rate and to have trophy tench coming in like they are, with black carp, I mean, just those three together. Not even talking about the albino options, which I've had 2 or 3 albinos on Santiago today in this amount of time. The largest one has been 2.1 kilos, so not even that big, but you know, 75,000 XP. So it's those add up as well. But anyway, it's just so much going on in this spot. Is why it's so fun. Oh, so I got a little excited. I just messed up that bite or that nibble potentially. I forgot I wasn't recording for that minute though. I just had a golden tench. I haven't had a lot of those in this spot, although I've heard other people talk about them. So yeah, it just kind of surprised me. But there you go. On top of everything else, there's a little golden tench. Another barbel. Yeah, the only time this spot seems to slow down is nighttime. It does slow down overnight. You might get the occasional mirror, but not a whole lot overnight. This is the one you want to be a barbel or a black carp. It's not just like a mirror carp or something. It's not that big, but or a Tench card. Which, it's always nice to get a Tench card. Feeder, float, Volga. Okay, this symbol means that there's something there we could claim in that one. Is that what I'm seeing? Okay, that makes sense. Wait, rating? Is the rating based on the card or based on the particular... we'll have to notice what that means. Oh my goodness, back-to-back nice tench. I'm not saying that's another trophy, but you can just see the quality of the catches. All right, let's see what Santiago's got going over here. Little grass carp. Like a barbel. Yeah, this spot is just so good right now. Somewhat broken bear spot at the moment. Another nice tench. So, in case you were reading what I was saying in chat, sounds like this fish is actually in Norway. Nice. So it's coming in on the big lures. Look how big that fish gets. Holy cow. Wow. That's crazy. Okay, let's see. It's like hopefully catch a couple more fish before it gets to be overnight. I think this spot is so good right now. You'd be fine on ground bait. Obviously, spot has been off the chart today on Santiago, but PVA may be the best, but it seems like the spot's so good, so consistent that any of them is fine. 55, 31, clip 17, kind of casting at the 3.5 meter. Probably at that time of day where we're likely to only see mirror carp coming out soon until the nighttime is over. Hey, what else likes the mussels? You know, I wish I had my keep net from the whole day here. Got another black carp tench down there, golden tench up here, a couple more black carp, obviously barbel and mirror and tench. But I sold most of them not that long ago, and I also took a break to go catch those rough for the Cory char bait fish over there on Santiago. So yeah, we'll see. It's now almost 7 a.m. It definitely I mean, I don't know for sure. Daytime is obviously when this spot's going to be really good. I knew it would be slow at night. I'm just not sure if how much the reduced temps are affecting it. Oh, there's another big tench. Holy cow. The quality of fish is still so good, but I do think the reduced temps has reduced the bite rate. We'll see how the day treats us as we head towards the hour mark. Okay, that's pretty good. So we're still on track to probably, well, I don't know. We may not get to 500 silver in an hour. Technically, we're at 40 minutes. Yeah, we probably won't. But if you take the night away, it's still a pretty phenomenal silver and XP farm. I actually haven't seen that many gibbles in this spot. I wasn't kidding when I said that Bream do like the mussel flavors. They really do, don't they? If this spot is still good in the morning during the stream, we'll probably fish here with Santiago, and it'll be you know, happy hour, so that potentially could be really nice. Oh, this is actually, I don't know what this is, but it actually made a little run. A little grass carp, I guess. Yeah, 11.3 grass carp. Oh, wow. Santiago's hitting some fish. I don't want to waste the downtime of not pulling this fish in here pretty quick and getting it recast, but I think Santiago's hit another grass carp, maybe. See if we can see what it is. If it's black carp, I want to slow down and be a little more careful. I'm actually not sure. Is that black? I think that is a black carp. Another nice black carp. Man. 8.9, 37,000. Wow. All of a sudden the bite rate is going... Oops. Off the chain a little bit. I got these so confused on what numbers is what. The bite rate on Santiago right now, these big carp too. Again, sometimes it seems like Spod might just be the way to go here. Two grass carp and a black carp all back to back in 1 minute's time. That's pretty incredible. Isn't it interesting how different the catches are between the two accounts right now? Oh, this is something very small though. Oh, there was no fish on. Maybe I pulled the wrong one, or I picked it up too quick. I don't know. I'd have to look. Yeah, I think it might have been the middle rod that I saw that was... Holy cow. The bite rate. In the weeds. Tench. This swam right for us. Little micro mirror. Another barbel. I hope the temps, by the time I stream tomorrow, I hope the temps are back to normal. That would be amazing. Ooh. That's 2 in a row, sub marker. Not ideal. We got to be getting close to an hour here. Yeah, we pretty much are. Let's just get one more fish. All right. One last barbel. So yeah, the silver really didn't come through. However, I will say, keep an eye on the temperatures. The benefit of this spot is the barbel and the tench is such a good bite rate. You have a better than average chance of seeing trophy. And because of that albino coming in, the albino barbel, still not bad silver, but it's not what you expected it to be, based on how this spot was performing before the temp change. So keep an eye on temps. I mean, it might still be worth it if you just want to catch some really healthy barbel, tench, and have a chance at the albino barbel. But I've had a lot of fun in this spot, on Santiago especially. I wish I had gotten here with PVA before the temperature change to see kind of what that would have been like. But either way, it's been fun. I guess let's check this out really quick. This is a little longer. I mean, mostly I've been on an hour on this one too, but we did have those 4 or 5 fish before the hour started, before I did the rough break. But this will be a little better. 319. It's very similar, but we will certainly take it. I guess because it's taken me a minute to run back and forth, you'll get to see a couple more fish here. Maybe push us up to 400 silver. Have to be something nice though. Well, this isn't probably quite nice enough. Feels like a barbel. Yeah. And you can tell when those barbels are on the line, they just have a little bit of a kind of a bounce to them almost. All right. As always, thanks for watching. I will see you next time.